About time England won a World Cup, isn't it?
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch us on YouTube. Listen on your favourite podcast platform or ask your smart speaker to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow and join in now.
You're watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
And it's live.
Good evening, everybody. How the devil are we? Oh, that doesn't get you in the mood for the World Cup. Probably a lot of other things will do. Ooh la la, with thanks to a saint and a saint with a sinner or a sinner with a saint. He'll kill me, Ash, for not remembering, but thanks to him for allowing me to use his music. How the devil are we all? It is home or away quiz time. Nippon's already in, so we're going to say good evening to Nippon. If I can just find where I've put him. I've put him there. Big up, Nippon. How the devil are you? Welcome along. It's a battle of the big guns tonight. Well, that's what they tell me. It's Doug and it is Anthony, both in the red corner, of course. It's Liverpool against Arsenal. Arsenal obviously on top of the league at the moment, probably still not happy with Arteta, and Doug's looking up and thinking, fuck's sake, how did they get up there? And in fairness, is what we're all thinking, but you know what I mean? And according to Piers Morgan on the radio earlier, he wants Ronaldo at Arsenal. Jesus Christ, if there's going to be anything that guarantees Arsenal aren't going to win the Premier League, that's it. But it is the home or away quiz. It's the penultimate it's the penultimate round of 16 before we get into the quarterfinals. Can I just say that today's programme and all the programmes here for the home and away quiz are sponsored by 3retro.com. It's your one-stop retro shirts and vintage football clothing store online. And the winner of the overall quiz will get themselves a choice of replica shirts from 3retro.com, or shirt, I should say. So Doug can actually find, get a Liverpool shirt and go back in time to when they actually won something. So, he's going to kill me for that one. He's going to kill me for that one. Here we go. So it's Liverpool against Arsenal, and this is how it's done so far. And these are the people that are through. James, like I say, James beat the last Liverpool contestant. Annihilated, I think, is the right word. And James, the Everton fan, is through, as is Rob, who actually managed to beat Reese. And that was a bit of a titanic battle, 11-9. Jake went through against Dan. Dan, yes, beaten by a 15-year-old. But then, so again was Brad, who lost quite heavily, it says, to Charlie. Dave, the Nottingham Forest fan, I don't know how I let him get through, but he managed to beat John, the Newcastle fan, and that was another tight one. And Craig, the Bournemouth fan, has beaten Carl, the Leeds fan. Next week, we've got Simon, the Tottenham fan, as our dealers would say. taking on Craig, the Leicester fan. Now, surely in that, they can't come third. I mean, there's only 2 in the race, so surely they've got to this time at least come second, Spurs. But we will see. We will see. So let's get them in and let's say hi. And first of all, like I say, in the red corner, well, you know him. He's going to be here with me every night for the rest of the week because he just, well, I don't know about Dan being my adopted son. I think Dukester is here. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
I am well. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, my friend. I'm not too bad. I've had a very, very good day, and I'm hoping tonight will be a good one as well. But I'm looking forward to this. I am very much looking forward to this.
I've got to be honest with you. That's down to Rebecca, not me, surely.
But no, I have to say that obviously tomorrow is going to be good as well, and obviously Friday is going to be good as well, and we may be doing a few watch-alongs together as well. So you can't get rid of me.
No, and I'll not that. Well, you said to me not that I'd want to. But let's bring your component, your opponent in. Honestly, I put a new set of teeth in today, and I can't speak. He's representing, well, a little club from North London, but they are sat at the top. And good evening, Ant, in the red and white corner.
Good evening, Chris. You all right?
Well, sir, how are you?
I'm not too bad. I feel like I've been a bit stitched up here, to be honest with you. I mean, knowing that my first quiz is against Doug, I've seen Doug on a few quizzes. And I've got to be honest with you, I've seen him on 3 or 4, and he's won 3 out of those 4. And I think the one he lost, I think may have been on another stream, maybe in Rich Sports or something. And I think he lost by 2 points or something like that. So it was a real close game. If I would have been up against, if I had Brad or against Dan, I thought that I probably would have had more of a chance. But
so basically, that's a roundabout way that you're saying that Brad and Dan are just shit at quizzes. That's a way to make friends and influence people.
You only know what you know. And that's
I shall come onto Brad's channel tomorrow when you are on with Dan and remind you that you said that.
Oh, I didn't.
I am impressed, though. I mean, you are about the 10th, 11th person we've had on the quiz so far, or 60. Yeah, about that. When you're the first one that's done homework.
Yeah.
I
did do a Liverpool quiz, as I was saying. It was 20 questions, and I had 14 right out of 20. But like what I said, I doubt if any of these questions would be right in the if they're mentioned in this quiz.
None of them will be. Well, I doubt none of them will be cool. But like I said, the questions, gentlemen, that I have got are off the internet, so they're not necessarily guaranteed to be correct. But I have taken them off a quizzes that were set by Liverpool fans and quizzes that were set by Arsenal fans about their own team. So if they are wrong, we would have to go to the adjudicator, VAR, who is Mr. Google, who will make the decision. But I'm trusting they're right. I'm trusting that Liverpool fans know Liverpool and the same with Arsenal.
I'm just dreading the questions where it goes, right, Anthony, it's your turn. In 1902, he's like, what?
Well, it is the home and away. Just to quickly run through the rules for those that are watching. Doug goes first for the first question. There's 12 questions, then Anthony goes first, then Doug, then Anthony, blah, blah, blah. And again, it's their turn to go first. They can choose a home question for 1 point or an away question for 3 points. And whichever question they go for, they force the opposition to have to do the same. So if Doug goes away from the first question, that means Anthony has to go away as well, because obviously that's the way the questions are set out. They do have a joker, which gives them an extra 2 points whether they decide to go home and away, but they do have to announce that before I've asked them the question. So they'll say home or away, and I want to play my joker. And we'll see who wins. Good luck to both of you. The True Red says you couldn't have written this any better. A supporter in Doug that got 2 jobs up against Anthony, who supports Southampton, Arsenal, Bristol City, and anyone who plays in red. Brilliant. You know, it wouldn't be Luke if he didn't come in and get that little dig in, would it?
It wouldn't be, no. But Liverpool does play in red, so you know.
Well, this is it. And Terry says, my wife asked where Anthony originates from. If you don't recognise those sexy dulcet tones of the West Country accent, mate, and then, well, and I just say his home club is sort of sponsored by the Wurzels. There's a clue for you. I'd be embarrassed at that. It's Bristol, mate. It's Bristol he's from. Somebody has to. Bristol Rovers, that's your team, isn't it, as well?
You taking the piss.
Children, that's just another way of saying no if you want it. Bristol Rovers and Spurs, that's his two teams. Right, let us go. Good luck, gentlemen. We will jump straight in. The questions, some of them are recent, some of them are old. If they are old, are the ones that I think you should stand a chance of getting. And Terry just says, you mean Brizzle near Chipping Sodbury?
Yes.
No idea. Okay, so Doug, you are going first, sir, because that's the way that the coin was cost. Which way would you like to go with your first question, home or away?
I will start with a home question, please.
You are starting with a home question. You are playing safe. When was Liverpool FC founded?
1892.
Indeed, and that is the first point on the board. Anthony, I can see he's sweating already. The pressure is there. Don't worry, Anthony was worried about playing Doug, but this is Doug who doesn't know Tony Cruz. Let's just remind him of that. Foot leg boat, as his pseudonym has now become. Okay, so Anthony, your home question for 1 point.
Okay.
What was the initial name of Arsenal when it was first founded?
The name that comes to my head is the Woolwich.
Is that the answer you're giving me?
That is the answer. Oh, hang on. No, it's something else, isn't it? Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. You tell me.
It most probably is. It's the I forget the name. I'm going to have to go with the Woolwich. I bet I'm wrong, but
unfortunately, you are, and it is Dial Square.
What? Dial Square.
Dial Square. Now, I could say these questions.
Well, I've never dialed for one of those before, but
well, like I said, I'm going off an Arsenal fan setting Arsenal questions here.
Well, that's fair enough. I didn't know. I just thought there was always the Woolwich and then Woolwich Arsenal. Then they become Arsenal.
Yeah. Well, I think this was before Woolwich Arsenal.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, from 1886, from Dial Square to Arsenal. So it was at Dial Square.
1886. Yeah. Okay.
He's going to be more trouble than bloody Craig from Bournemouth was. So, Anthony, it is your choice then.
I'm going to play safe, Chris, and I think I might go home.
You're going to go home.
I'm going to go home.
Saying, can you ask the contestants to slow down so we can give our crap answers? I don't think Doug will be that quick on every question. Let me just say this. Right.
You do well.
Anthony, home for a point. Who was the captain of Arsenal in the period between 2014 and 2016?
Arsenal captain between 2014
and 2016.
Hey, mate.
You wanted them to slow down, Terry? Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah. You know what? It's quite easy when when you're actually on there is hard. It's
harder when it is. Yes, it's always harder when you're on. Absolutely. I have heard. It's been a while.
Hang on. Bloody hell. 2014, 2016. I'm gonna have to say My mind's gone blank. Oh God.
We're going to have to time you out in a second.
I know you would. I know you would. 2014, 2016. I don't know. 2016.
I'm going to have to push you for
Lacazette. I'll say Lacazette. I'm most probably wrong. I know he had a captaincy, like all the captaincy band round about then, but I think I'm wrong. But that's my answer, Lacazette.
Unfortunately, say you are wrong. As is Luke, who went Jack Wilshere. I have a feeling that you're going to shoot yourself when I tell you the answer, because it was
I will.
A certain Mikel Arteta.
Oh, do you know? Funny thing is, that was my first instinct. That was my first instinct.
God.
Oh, dear. I know the questions unfortunately aren't passed over, but
again,
it's not necessarily an easy question, but when you see the answer, it is actually fairly.
It is, yeah. I mean, bloody hell. Yeah, that is right. Yeah, but I didn't really give Arteta the fault because back then we had I think Mertesacker, he was taking over he was captain quite a while in that period. And I was thinking more of a defender, not midfielder, to be honest with you.
Obviously he's gone on to become a superb manager for you, allegedly.
He has, you can't fault him.
Doug, so you've got to go home as well.
Yep.
How many top league titles before the Premier League did Liverpool win?
Right, before the Premier League.
Yeah.
We had 18 league titles.
18 you are going for, and 18 is correct, sir. So you're taking a bit of an early lead. We might be looking at jokers and away games for Anthony in a minute. And Terry's gone 12. No, it was 18. It's nearly been that many years till you won it again. Oh, it was more than that, wasn't it? It was 30. Don't like to rub it in. I think
everyone likes to remind me, Chris.
I think the thing as well is, of course, I think another club from the Midlands won it before you did the Premier League. I don't know who it was.
I wonder who that was. I mean, I can see a Premier League trophy in the background there, so that doesn't really give anything away or anything.
Really, I'd forgotten that was there.
I think that was the season when Arsenal was supposed to have won it, but
Well, Spurs did end up third in a 2-horse race. We all need to remember that. So,
I almost want to give you a point for saying that, but I can't, unfortunately. So, Doug, home or away?
Ooh, do you know what? I'll go away.
Oh, the pressure is on. He's going away. He's turning the screw, Anthony.
He is.
Oh, I thought he was nice. Obviously, I've got him confused with somebody else. Here we go. To really turn the screw, your question on Arsenal. How many league titles have Arsenal won up until 2021?
Yeah, I think
now
13.
That is any, whether it's EPL or,
Yeah, I think I've read this. I think it's 13.
I hate you, Doug.
I think.
Why that bloody question?
I think from that you can tell that it was a correct answer. And you get 3 points.
Oh God, here we go. Here's a Liverpool one now, isn't it?
It's your Liverpool one.
Jesus.
So I'm sorry, this is just the way that they're all mixed up, the questions. So you got like 2 title questions, but not at the same time there. But your away question, Anthony, and this may have come up in your homework. When did Liverpool win their first FA Cup?
Blimey.
Even Doug's looking stumped on this one.
When did Liverpool first win their FA Cup?
When did Liverpool win their first FA Cup?
Jesus. You know what? My cousin's a Liverpool fan, and I can remember him saying this question. God, blimey. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm gonna 60s, 70s. Have I got to be literally precise on the year, or is it give or take, or
I will give you a year either side.
a year either side?
Yes. Yeah, I can't give you more than that, but I will give you a year
Okay.
either side.
I think it went far off when England won the World Cup, if I can remember correctly. So I'll say I don't know. I'll most probably say 1960. I'll go 64. I ain't got a clue.
Right. Terry's gone 1923. Bloody hell, Terry. Do you remember that, Terry? And True Red has gone 1963. Do you remember, Doug?
I think it's 65, but I can't remember.
It is 65. And as Anthony went 63, and it was one either side, he gets the 3 points.
Well done.
There we go. I can't. Well, that's made it a bit more exciting. You're off the mark, Anthony. You're not gonna,
How many points I got?
Get no points. And it's your turn to say whether you want to go home or away.
What, me? Oh,
Yep.
blaming. I'll go home. I've got to go home. I ain't got a clue. I'm just here, led down here, watching bloody Sky Sports News, and all that's been on about is the World Cup, which we expect, and this Ronaldo business.
Oh.
And he's doing me head in, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Okay, so your home question is, what club has been linked to signing Ronaldo? No, it's not. Sorry.
I wish it was the bloody question.
So your home question is, I'd love that to have been there. What was the squad number of Dutch player Dennis Bergkamp at Arsenal?
Dennis Bergkamp at Arsenal. I can remember him playing in a shirt number 10.
Is that your answer, though?
That'd be my answer.
You, sir, are correct. It was number 10. Well, so, Doug, your 4th question. Liverpool won the old UEFA Cup 3 times.
Yep.
What was different about their 3rd win?
Ooh. What was different about their 3rd win?
No, it wasn't, Terry. Number 10, it wasn't. I can't get Doug to email you the answers because that would not be allowed, Terry.
What was different about our 3rd win?
He scored a fluke.
Can you repeat that, please?
Of course I can. Liverpool won the old UEFA Cup 3 times. What was different about their 3rd win?
Yeah.
I must admit, I when I do these, I'm surprised at some of the answers. I do learn a bit.
I wouldn't have a bloody clue on that.
I think Doug's struggling.
Yeah, I am actually. I have a feeling.
We don't want to see that on camera.
My gut instinct is going that it was the only final we hadn't won against a team that played in white.
Do you know how close you are?
I have no idea.
Absolutely nowhere near being close. In the 2001 final, which was the 3rd final, was a one-legged affair. The 1973 and 76 finals were both over 2 legs.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean? No.
So this is close now. You're back in the game. You're back in the game, Anthony. More by luck than judgment, I think. But he's back.
What's the scores? What's the score?
Scores at the moment are 5 to Doug and 4 to Anthony.
It's not too bad.
Luke, they got in front, then was losing, then turned it round. But Terry remembers it. Terry remembers it. Right, so Doug, it is indeed your turn. First or second, nobody has yet played their joker.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay safe and go home.
You're gonna go home. Okay. Might be the right decision. Who did Liverpool beat in the 1984 European Cup final?
84. Right.
I know you've won that many. It's hard to remember.
I know. 84. That makes me think it was maybe Roma. I think we may be in Roma. I'm going to go AS Roma.
You are correct, sir. It is a Roma. So, Anthony, your question on Arsenal. The first Premier League match of Arsenal was against which football club?
The first ever Premier League game when it became the.
Yes, the first game when it became the Premier League. That opening Saturday, we had all the little Sky people coming on with their ballings and doing all that. Who was
Arsenal's first ever Premier League game?
Yes.
Oh my God, blimey, jeez. Oh.
I can say they are a team that are not in the Premier League at the moment.
They're a team that's not in the Premier League at the minute. Oh. Arsenal's first ever Premier League game in '92 was '92, wasn't it?
30 years this year, isn't it? So
yeah, so it would have been '92. Yeah, so
don't try and say that you weren't born then.
No, I was. What makes it worse? I was what? I think I was 13.
You probably hadn't chosen Arsenal then, had you?
Yeah, I was, yeah. Bloody hell. Dude, if they're not in the Premier League, all I can think of back then was I may get this wrong, but I got 2 teams in mind, which is Oldham Athletic and Sheffield United.
2 teams that indeed are not in the Premier League now. As Luke said, nor are Blackburn.
Yeah.
But then again, a club that isn't in there now but likes to pop in every now and again just to say hi and then go home. Norwich City was the answer.
Oh.
Blimey.
So there we go. Anthony, over to you. This is the 6th question. We're halfway. And I can just say, when we had Reese on, I think we were about question number 2 at this point, because he did like to give a background to every answer.
Yeah.
That was a long show, believe you me.
Good old Reese. Good old Reese.
Chris,
I did have a total Wikipedia.
In all fairness, I didn't even give an answer. But then again, I was wrong out of them 2, so it's fine. Don't worry.
Well, I had to take your first answer, which was Oldham.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I was stuck between those 2 anyway, but obviously I got that wrong. So
yeah. Okay. Terry says, "Can you wave a big white flag, please? The questions are above my pay grade this week." You are a Leicester fan. You are a Leicester fan, Terry. What do you expect? Anthony, home or away?
I'm gonna go. Do you know what's solid? I'm gonna go away because Doug's pulling off a bit, so I'm gonna go away on this one.
You can't see. You're gonna get away. Oh, Oh, Anthony. Okay, so you've gone away. Brave decision. During Euro 96, which soon-to-be Liverpool captain got the label Gazza's Minder?
Seems to be Liverpool's captain.
What was Nick? Was tagged, was given the label, nickname, whatever, as Gazza's Minder. So obviously somebody that was in the England squad.
That played for Liverpool.
During 96, Euro 96,
Yeah.
which soon-to-be Liverpool captain got the label Gazza's Minder.
Well, I mean, the only one that I can think of in Euro 96 that did play a few games. Well, to me, that was Steve McManaman. I'll have to go Steve McManaman. I bet I'm wrong.
You unfortunately are. Do you know, Doug?
Paul Ince.
It was Paul Ince, yes. You don't get an extra point, but it was Paul Ince, yeah. And I think when you hear the question, Ant, you might think, I wish I'd gone maybe home and played your Joker. But away for you, Doug. When was Arsenal founded?
1886.
How the fuck do you know that? How the goddamn fuck do you know that? It is 1886. Of course, they were formed at that point by.
What do you want about a bloody question like that? Really?
But it's your choice. I'm sat here thinking, go home and play your Joker. Go home and play your Joker. I'll go away. Oh, typical, Ant. Typical.
That's like 8-3 now, that this score, isn't it?
It's not quite, but you know.
8-4.
I can't believe you. How did you know that?
It's just one of those random pieces of information, random pieces of knowledge that you just get. Because it's always in pub quizzes, that kind of question. Like, when was a sort of a club founded? And like, you sort of research like all these clubs, like when they were like founded, etc. And I just remember like Arsenal being 1886.
Does anybody, or did either of you two guys, Luke says here, he's a secret Arsenal fan. Well, you never know. Does anybody ever remember some others do have them?
Somewhat?
Very vaguely, but very vaguely.
Lou Betty and all the Frank Spencer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there was the best ever scene in that is where before they're emigrating, that he's selling all his furniture and he sits on the sofa and the spring's gone and he just goes and slowly sinks. I can see Anthony doing that as we speak.
I go in.
That just sprung to mind. Look, we're halfway through. No jokers have been played at the moment. Thanks to that, Doug has got 9. Ant has got 4.
All right.
So here we go. So we are on to question number 7, which is, of course, back to you, Doug. Do you want to go home or away?
I'm going to go home, and I'd like to play my Joker, please.
Oof. He really is turning the screw, isn't he? You know.
He's a sod.
I'm glad I didn't take part in the quiz, said Terry. The only shirt I would have won would be a second-hand one from Oxfam. Do Arsenal sell them there? I don't know. Possibly. Sorry, mate. Okay, home with your Joker. Okay. Who scored the winning goal against Manchester United at Old Trafford 3 times after joining Liverpool in 1997, each a 1-0 win.
Danny Murphy.
Oof.
Oh,
What can I say? But that is correct, sir. Another 3 points. Wow. So that comes over to you then, Anthony.
do you know what, Chris? I'm going to go home.
You've got
I'm
no
gonna
choice. You've got to go home because
I'm going to, yes,
Doug went
well,
home.
I am going to go home, but can I play my Joker?
You
as
can.
well?
You can.
Okay.
Yes, you can. I'm not asked the question yet. So you are, because you weren't going first, you can actually say at that point that you
Yeah.
want to play your Joker. Okay, here we go, Anthony. In 1886,
Oh,
I'm joking.
Oh, you tease. You tease.
In 1886, no, I'm joking. So, who is the youngest ever goal scorer for Arsenal at the age of 16 years, 6 months, and 28 days?
Oh, God, why me? Yeah, the youngest goal scorer for Arsenal. Bloody hell. Funny enough, it was the season, well, last season, I should say. Oh, God, he scored in it. It was in the cup game.
Oh,
Midfielder. Doug knows it. Blimey. Youngest player to ever score for Arsenal is oh, do you know what? I can't think of his bloody name, and I'm going to kick myself.
to be honest with you, from what you've just said, I am just checking this because the answer that I am looking at, which came from the Arsenal quiz,
Yeah,
does not relate with what you just said. With what did you say? It came from last season.
yeah, because I think that there was talks about the youngest player from last season. He was in the I think he come on something like the last 10-15 minutes of the game, and he scored a goal. I can't remember if it was in the league or Carabao Cup or something, but he was the youngest player to score. And everybody, I don't know if you can remember this, Doug, but everybody was talking about him. And
Yeah.
he's actually the youngest player to score for Arsenal. He was still at school. Everybody's saying he was still at school.
Mm.
Well, it's not. You don't. Did you know his name?
I can't remember his name. Doug might know. The youngest player for me to score for Arsenal, I would most probably have to say, is, well, on there it most probably say something like Cesc Fabregas.
Right. Well, now this is where it gets interesting because the answer that I have got written down,
Yeah,
from the Arsenal quiz, is Cesc Fabregas.
yeah,
While you were deliberating, I went on to Google,
yeah,
and if I say on Google's homepage, when I type the question in, youngest player to score from Arsenal, the first line, the first one says Cesc Fabregas.
right, okay,
As I look further down, Arsenal youngest goal scorers according to Transfer Market, Emil Smith Rowe.
Ah,
But
yeah.
when I click on it, it still comes up as Cesc Fabregas. So because, and I don't Doug's going to be okay with this, but because the answer that I was given in the Arsenal quiz, first of all, was Cesc Fabregas.
yeah.
And it says Cesc Fabregas. Oh, why the fucking hell couldn't it have been Alan Smith? That would have been easier to say. Because it says Cesc Fabregas on on the first page, on the first entry on Google. I'm going to give you the answer, because even when I click on the Emile Smith Rowe, it takes me in. It's got Cesc Fabregas, and then it says Jack Wilshere, and then Otto Lapuli. That was 2004. So I don't know what's happening with them, but I'm going to give you the points because I say in the quiz it said Cesc Fabregas.
It's saved on,
and it says on the Google homepage. So
that's
3 points
fine.
there for you. Like I say, I've had this. Certainly, it was with the Man City one that they're just. I don't know how you get quizzy questions wrong on your home team. But I don't know
if Doug remembers that one though. That the Arsenal midfielder had come on, and the people said he was still at school. But I knew then if it was the answer would have been Cesc Fabregas, but I thought he would have been in there. Like, do you know what I mean? I think it would have said his name, but obviously it didn't.
Yeah. I mean, Colonel Ward says Fabregas. The True Red said Nelson. Or Patino says Colonel. Well, I mean, here Terry says Nielsen, certain. So, what Fabregas? Oh well, I'm going for Fabregas because of the reason I explained, and I think that's being fair. Didn't even realise he'd played for Arsenal. Yeah, you're a little whippersnapper, aren't you? Whippersnapper, Luke. Right, so it's back over for question number 8. And well done on that. It's your turn. Both of you getting your joker right there. Your turn to go first, Anthony. Would you like home or away?
I'm going to go home.
You're going to go home. Right. Okay. I will give you the answer within 20 either side. How many games was former manager Arsene Wenger in charge? No, I won't give you the answer within 20 either side because I realise it's a multiple choice question. I've had a bad day. How many games was former manager Arsene Wenger in charge of Arsenal for? Was it 1,117, 1,235, or 1,543?
So how many games was Arsene Wenger in charge?
1,117, 1,235, 1,543.
So what was sorry, can you repeat that one?
1,117, so 1,117.
Right.
1,235, 1,235.
Right.
Or 1,543. 1,543.
Okay, now. Jesus.
No, I don't think he ever managed Arsenal. I know you might have wanted him to, but
no,
I think he might have played in goal for you because he does save, apparently.
Yeah. To be honest with you.
Hey, boom, boom.
Oh dear.
God, blimey, I'll have to go because he did 20 odd years at Arsenal. And knowing that if you're going to count the FA Cups in Champions League games when we was in the Champions League and those sort of games as well, what was the highest one?
1,543, 1,235, or 1,117?
I'll have to say 1,523.
You had a choice of 3.
Yeah.
And the embarrassing thing is even Luke got it right.
Yeah.
1,235 was the correct answer, I'm afraid. Yeah, I try and help him, Doug. I give him a multiple choice.
It was a multiple choice, but I thought because the years he was in charge, the highest seemed quite I thought it was more than that, to be honest with you.
I can only go. I mean, if you
It
want me
was
to, if you want me to check,
I thought it was one. I thought I can remember seeing. I think it was something like 1,000. I thought it was 1,600. Or
let's have a look.
yeah,
Again,
1,000.
I can't recall Wenger being manager for 1,500 games. I can't really. I do remember him going over the. I do remember going over the 1,200 mark. I know that. It's just whether or not like how many games he had after that.
there's a point. It is 1,200. It is that one, I'm afraid, sir.
Sorry, were they league games?
Just says games, but
Oh,
the answer,
right.
I just checked on Wiki and it says 1-2 or the 1-2 answer.
I think it was one for. I swear it. I know for a fact. In all fairness, I got the. I'm not gonna dispute it, Chris. If it's that, is that. But because I got the Arsenal book, and I read the book. This like this encyclopedia of Arsenal Football Club, basically, and it does say in that encyclopedia. I swear I did read it. They reckons it was over 1,600 games, but I can remember saying I can remember seeing something like 1,650 or something like that. But if it's there in front of you, it's there in front of you.
I'm
That's
just
why.
looking at another one because again that was Wikipedia.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I just know what I read. But if that's what's
Premier
what
League, it was 828.
yes, not for yeah, but we're all in total because you said total games, so that
Yeah.
would have been FA Cup, Champions League, and
Nothing is giving me. I'm going to have to go with that answer because nothing is
to go
giving
with
me.
that
Like I
answer.
say, they're saying 828 with the Premier League. So
Yeah,
I'm guessing
yeah.
with the extra games that it would probably take it up to that 1-2 figure. Just one last look here. Nothing will just give you a straight answer on these stat things, will it? No, I'm going to have to go with that because that was the answer I got. And
All right, then, Chris. Yeah,
if it is incorrect, I apologise. But
no, That's fine. I can remember. If it's that, is fine.
Yeah. I think you've still got your question to go, Doug. You may want to query this.
Sorry, I was a Reese.
Yes. No, you were a Craig. That Craig, the Bournemouth fan, actually questioned every single answer. No, you're not that bad. Okay, this was a home question for you, Doug. Where are we here? I've forgotten where we are now. Liverpool FC's youngest ever starting lineup was 19 years and 182 days against which club in the League Cup in December 2019? And in fairness to you, because I did give a bit of a clue to Anthony earlier, it is a current Premier League team. So against which club in the League Cup of December 2019 did Liverpool field their youngest ever starting lineup? 19 years and 182 days.
Crikey.
And I can double check the number of days if you want me to.
2019. 2019. December 2019. Interesting. I'm trying to think who we had in the League Cup in 2019. Oh, dear me. Dear me. Let me think who we had in the League Cup that day. I will go for. I don't think it's right, but Leeds United.
You are correct. It wasn't right. Sorry.
I see Chris do this all the time with it on this Chris. Yeah, you're right. You're not right.
In fairness, I did pinch that off Craig when he does the Leicester quizzes. He says that it was, and two people have got it correct. Colonel Aston Villa and Luke.
Oh yeah, Aston Villa. Yeah, it would have been. It would have been the game. It would have been the game where we lost 5-0, because that game we were forced to play the kids because we were away in the what's it called? The Club World Cup in Brazil.
Ooh, he had to drop that in, didn't he? My team was away in the Club World Cup, don't you know? Not only is he winning the quiz here, Anthony, but he's dropping in about all the trophies he's won.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
God.
But no, that probably. In fairness, it probably was probably was the reason. Right, Doug, home or away, sir? No jokers left.
What was that?
No jokers left.
No joke. No. I know. I will stay home, please.
You will stay home. Okay. Jurgen Klopp spent most of his playing career at which club?
Mainz.
Yeah, I will give you that. Technically, Mainz 05, but I'm not going to insist on that. So Mainz is correct. Anthony,
right?
Arsenal hold the highest number of which trophies won more than any other club in the same league. So they've won this trophy more times than any other club.
Well, the highest trophies they've ever won is the FA Cup.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
And that is correct.
Well known fact that.
It is. So, and it's now your turn, sir. And the scores on the doors are currently 13 to Doug, 8 to Ant. So there's 5 points in it. So would you want to go home or away? This is the big decision now.
What number of questions is this?
This is question number 10. 3 questions to go.
Oh, God.
No, he's not taking part. He's in next week's quiz.
He's not taking part, no. No. Do you know what? Sod it. It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
It is. That's all it is. That's all it is. A bit of fun.
At least I ain't got the lowest points. That I was really worried about.
You smashed the lowest points. You haven't got the lowest points at all.
Yeah. So do you know what? I'll go away. I hope I get mine right and Doug gets his, he hesitates a bit on his.
To be honest with you, this is not an easy question for either of you, I don't think. But let's see. So, Ant, which player has made the most consecutive appearances in a Liverpool shirt? 417 it was, from the 23rd of October 1976 to the 24th of September 1983. Which player has made the most consecutive appearances in a Liverpool shirt between those dates? And it was 417.
So what were the dates?
October 1976 to September 1983. What the hell? This is longer than most people's career. I
76.
can just say the answer before you say anything. I'm going to be honest with you. The answer is not foot leg boat. So before anybody shouts that out,
Short leg boat.
he's
Oh,
not foot leg
no.
boat at all. He wasn't signed until a couple of seasons later.
Bloody hell. Right, so 70s. I got to think.
He's going through you've got to go through your 70s Liverpool players.
Bloody hell, I was not being funny. It says on the shirt, Chris. Well, on my T-shirt, it says 79, which was the year I was born.
Ooh. Thank you. You're making me feel old. Bastard.
Oh,
That's a point off.
thanks. Oh, blimey. So, yeah. So Liverpool's most appearance player in what? 74 to 76.
76 to 83. He made consecutive appearances in a Liverpool shirt.
70. It's got to be some. I got to go a legend.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to say a legend.
I think you could call. Well, I think when he's made 417 appearances for non-stop appearances without a break, you could call him a legend.
You call him a legend.
I mean, that earlier in the pub, when I was in the pub earlier, I did meet the guy that invented the windowsill. Now he's a real ledge.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
God. You do know. I do know this one. Now Doug's going to come back with another one, and see if he can top this one. Which I know how you two work. Right. So. 80 up to 84, you said, wasn't it?
Yeah, 23rd of October 76 to the 24th of September 1983. Two guesses in the chat, both of which are not correct.
Bloody hell, 84. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I think he played after 84, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, he possibly played after, but it just wasn't consecutive. You know, it might. You know, this is what you got to think. He didn't necessarily leave the club. Then I don't know. I don't know Liverpool players well enough, but these were consecutive games.
I'm trying to think of three. I got three players in mind.
Okay, well, I will not take it until you say final answer.
Right. Okay. Well, the three players I'm thinking of. What's coming to mind is Graham Souness, Alan Hansen, or Emlyn Hughes. Do you know what? I sod it. I'll have to say. You know what? I'm going to go with. I'll go with Alan Hansen. I bet it's Billy Graham Souness. Final answer, Alan Hansen.
If you'd gone for Graham Souness,
yeah.
This is my best Chris Tarrant here. If you'd gone for Graham Souness,
yeah,
you would have been wrong.
Right.
If you'd gone for
Emlyn Hughes,
Alan Hansen,
all right, you are wrong.
You were wrong. But had you gone for Emlyn Hughes, that would have been wrong as well. Do you have any idea at all, Doug? Emlyn Hughes is the right era, and old Crazy Horse himself, if remembered for nothing else, it was touching up Princess Anne during A Question of Sport.
I mean, the only name that really comes to mind from those years is probably Ian Callaghan.
Yeah.
Well,
I bet
True
you're
said right. Terry says him who did the Hemel advert, Emlyn Hughes. Terry then changed his mind, went Ian St. John. Colonel said go for Hughes. He played for England. It was the one, the only. I used to like him until he went to manage Coventry. That was Phil Neal.
Oh, yeah, Phil Neal. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Jesus,
easy
yeah.
when you hear the answer, isn't it?
No, I
you know,
remember him
it
play.
so is.
I don't remember him playing for Liverpool. I knew he had played for Liverpool, but obviously I remember him more so being the manager of Coventry City.
I don't.
Because they had that handsome goalkeeper, didn't they? Steve Ogrisovich.
Oh God, Big Steve, yeah.
Big
Yeah.
Steve.
He was a lot better defender than he ever was a manager. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
So, this
A mate of
means-
mine used to play for Coventry when he was there.
Who did?
A mate of mine
Did he?
used to play for Coventry. Plays for Coventry. I don't know if he
Another
got the
reason I
first.
don't like you. Then I can add that to the list. I mean, the list was
thanks,
long
then,
enough
Chris.
anyway, mate. But come on.
Thanks, then.
Okay, you are going to go away as well, Doug. So here is your question.
Yeah, wrong, Doug. I love you. Yeah, love you, Dougie.
Oh, a bit of man loving the old quiz. When Arsenal played against Hamburg SV in the Champions League in 2006, what was notable about the Arsenal starting lineup? When Arsenal played against Hamburg SV in the Champions League in 2006, what was notable about the Arsenal starting lineup?
I've no idea, but I'm going to guess that the team didn't have a single English player in the starting 11.
I can see where you are coming from, and literally you've just taken the paint off the side of the car, but it is incorrect. Do you know, Anthony?
Not off the top of my head, no.
No, I was just asking Doug if he knew you.
Oh, right.
The answer was actually you were almost there, but not quite. There was 11 players from different nationalities. All 11 players were from a different nationality. Now, I don't know whether none of them were English at all. I think there is a club, I'm not sure who it is, that do hold the record of being the first club not to field an English player in the Premier League. But no, in this case, it's 11. All 11 players were from 11 different nationalities. So no points on that at all. We are back to Doug. Doug,
I will
go home
stick
or
with
away?
I will stick with a home question, please.
I thought you might. Name the 3 previous clubs that the greatest ever Liverpool manager, Brendan Rodgers, has managed.
The 3 previous ones.
3 previous to Liverpool, yes. And when I say greatest ever Liverpool manager, I don't use those words lightly. If Steven Gerrard had been able to stay on his feet, you would have won the Premier League. That's all I'm saying. You can't blame Brendan. That's all I'm saying. Just put it out there.
The three previous clubs that he managed before Liverpool, did you say?
Yes.
Before Liverpool.
Yeah. Well, since Liverpool, it's only been 2. Some B team from Scotland, and of course the Mighty Foxes.
Oh yeah. So before, right? Okay. Right. One is definitely Swansea City.
If you say so.
And the other one. Was it? I've got 2 in my head, and I'm going to go.
There is 3, remember?
Oh, there's 3. I have a feeling.
How many did Brendan Rodgers manage team then?
I have a feeling that Rodgers had a spell as Watford and Reading manager as well. So I think it's Reading, Watford, and Swansea.
Do you?
Yeah.
So you are going for Swansea, Watford, and Reading.
Yeah.
I know he's got one of those right.
Well, we will find out straight after this.
You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
And this is your host, Chris. I know, I'm sorry, but he's cheap and available.
That's not nice. I don't know.
That is not nice at all.
I don't know who put that together.
You've done yourself a disfavour there.
And ladies and gentlemen, just about to pop out the cake, it's Chris. He's cheap.
Hey, but it's correct that Swansea, Watford, and Reading, or Watford, Reading, and Swansea in the correct order. But yes, that is
Fair play,
correct.
Doug. I knew obviously it was Swansea and obviously Watford, but I didn't know it was Reading.
I think you can say Watford for any manager, and you'd be in with a good
You
chance
can't you?
of getting them right. Luke has gone for Swansea, Southampton, and Coventry. Coventry, as if we'd have him as manager. If
Coventry,
you know. Swansea, Watford, Southampton, Celtic. That's 4, Terry. You covering your options there. We only needed 3, but you know, you go off under your own rules, Terry. It's okay, mate. Keep drinking. Right. So, Coventry.
Coventry.
So, this is for you then, Anthony.
Yeah.
Arsenal was the first team from England to have beaten both clubs from which city? And it is a multiple choice question, this one again. Arsenal was the first team from England to have beaten both clubs from which city? Paris, Madrid, or Milan?
This would have been Champions League then.
They used to be in that.
Yeah, we did, yeah. I can remember stuffing into Milan 5-1. No. The options was Paris,
Madrid, or Milan.
Paris, Madrid, or Milan.
No pressure.
I'm going to say.
I've got it.
I am going to say. I bet I'm wrong, but I'm going to say Madrid. I remember beating Real Madrid as well, and I think we beat Barcelona in one of the. I think we beat them on aggregate. I think we played them twice in the Champions League, and we. I know we lost the final to Barcelona, but I know that we. I think we did beat them once in the Champions League as well. In the game, so yeah. So I'll go Madrid, and you're going to tell me is Milan.
Can I just ask? I want to go ask a question first of all. Which is the second team in Paris? I don't follow French football particularly. What is the second club in Paris?
I have no idea.
I did not know there was a second one. To be honest with you, that's why it wasn't Paris. You could have gone for Madrid. You could have gone for Milan. Colonel, Terry, and Luke were all correct in the chat. You had a 50-50, and it was Milan. I'm sorry. AC.
I was right, wasn't I?
Technically, you were right. But
yeah,
you were wrong.
No, I was right, but wrong. I knew because we beat Inter Milan 5-1 in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And I was trying to recall an AC Milan game, and now you've mentioned it. Yeah. Because I knew we knocked Real Madrid out of the Champions League, and I know I think we had Barcelona over 2 legs, and I think we did beat Barcelona in the first leg too. I think Arshavin may have scored in that game, so that was what made me think it was Madrid.
Why are Barcelona in the equation?
Yeah, they're not Madrid.
No. Sorry, not there. Atletico, yes.
I was
Yeah.
going to show this, but I think I need to now.
Atletico, I'm on about, not Barca, Atletico.
Colonel said, I think Anthony needs a substitution.
I think I do. I think he's right. He's right.
I think he needs a big cup of the old Wurzel juice. I think
Yes.
Colonel has just said Paris 13 Atletico are a team in Paris, he thinks.
Okay. To be honest, I've never heard of them.
No,
never.
as Luke said.
Never heard of them.
That is very. I'm going to have a footy clubs in Paris. Paris FC is the other club apparently.
Paris FC.
Oh, they've got the Eiffel Tower on their badge, and they are 12th currently in Ligue 2. I didn't know that. Can I just say,
do they also play in blue and white?
They what? Sorry.
Do they play in blue and white if they got a strip there?
I haven't seen the strip, but their badge is 2 shades of blue and white. I can have a look and see on.
I think you might find they might do play in blue and white as well.
If only the question had been the second team in Paris, what colour do they play in? You'd have still got it wrong. It's blue and blue.
Blue and blue.
Blue and light blue.
Yeah, reminds me of meeting the man who invented the sandal, Philippe Flop.
Yeah. Go on, Chris. Press the button. You know you want to.
Was he Jurgen's brother?
No.
Oh, no, just wondering. Like when I was in that pub earlier, when everybody had left, a referee walked in. I thought, it's all going to kick off now. Right. I've used that one so many times just recently. I don't have that many football jokes. But here we go. Last question. And it's over to Anthony to answer it. Do you want to go first or answer it first? Do you want to go home or away, sir?
It don't make a bloody blind bit of difference. I can't win anyway.
You can't. No, you can't. It's whether you want to embarrass yourself or at least pull away from the lowest score already.
Well, I've gone past that anyway. So I tell you what, let's push the boat out. Let's go away. Let's go away.
Go away.
Yeah.
Now, it might not actually be a totally bad decision, but here is your Liverpool question for 3 points.
Okay.
Anthony. Liverpool's title challenge in the 2013-14 season, that was when, of course, they had the great manager, Brendan Rodgers, will forever be remembered for being scuppered by Steven Gerrard's slip, which subsequently led to which player scoring?
Oh, for Chelsea. Was it? What's his name? Was it Bar?
If I told you that, I'd be giving you the answer, wouldn't I?
Bar.
Sorry?
Bar, innit? Was it his name? Bar?
Yeah. Is that, are you feeling sheepish when you give me that answer?
What I can't remember his name.
Yes, it is. It is Demba Ba. Yes.
Demba Ba.
Yeah, 3 points. I'll give you that. I know you were trying to pull the wool over my eyes, but I'll give you the answer.
I wasn't. I couldn't think of the...
No, bar, wool.
Yeah, bar, the wall. Right, yes, yeah, I know.
Keep up with me. And I think the reason that you made the right decision there was because this is Doug's away question.
Mm.
Mind you, knowing Doug. The motto, Doug, of Arsenal, and bear with my pronunciation here, you know what my pronunciation is like, is Victoria, Concordia, Crescit.
That's the what Arsenal was called. Was that before the Woolwich?
I've no idea, and because
I think it was.
Don't say anything because this is Doug's question.
Crap.
Stop me. We're going any further. Stop. So, Victoria, Concordia, Crescit, and I apologise to Arsenal fans on my pronunciation. What does it literally mean? He's pulling a face here.
Victoria Concordia
Crescit.
Crescit.
Yeah, it's on the front. It's on the start of all of Stephen's videos that he does, shows that he does.
Oh. Victoria Concordia. I haven't got a clue. I'm going to just say something like victory and peace. I'm not sure.
No, it was actually, it's named after the Spice Girls, which is why Victoria's in there. Victoria, and then a plane with a big nose. I don't know what. Do you know what it? You must know what it means, Anthony.
Do you know what I do? And I totally forgot, Chris. When you say it, honestly.
I'm not surprised because I think over for the last 4 seasons that Arsenal have actually been using this motto under false pretenses, because it says it means, so it's Victoria Concordia Crescit. It means victory through harmony. Now, when was Arsenal Football Club last harmonious about anything? I mean, come on. But wow, actually, that makes it, in fairness, Anthony, that does make it a bit more respectable. So well done on a bit of a late comeback. A bit like Liverpool against Chelsea was a bit late to mean anything decisive.
I stick with Gerrard.
I love the fact that Gerrard gets the blame for that, even though he wasn't the manager. But here we go. So I will be telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the final score straight after this. Indeed it is. The final score is Ant has got 11 points. Doug has got 15. So, Doug, you are the winner by 4 points. So, well done to you, Doug. And I think you deserve one of these.
It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home.
Can I just say, I'm a bit worried if we do win the World Cup and the cup is delivered by Amazon and nobody's in, they might deliver it to Scotland. And then we'd never see it again, would we? Leave with a neighbour.
If he's knocking on Doug's door, delivery for Doug,
But seriously, well done, Doug.
Yeah,
thank you.
I knew I wasn't going to win. I knew I wasn't going to win.
And commiserations to Anthony. Put up a good fight at the end there. I mean, it is all about just picking the right time to go away.
Yeah.
And you did that at the end. So had it been closer, that could have been decisive.
I kicked myself against the Milan one.
You did.
Yeah,
I mean, in fairness, it is a lot easier when you sat there on the other end, watching it.
Yeah.
And you can, having a guess. And it is hard when you're actually trying to do
so
it.
I knew it wasn't Paris because I ruled that one out straight away.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. The new Arsenal motto, Arteta. Do you know what? Terry, if I had a prize for the best comment of the show, that would win it. Oh, gentlemen, it's the World Cup on Sunday. It's kicking off. We've got loads of coverage of the World Cup, both on my channel, on Doug's channel as well. We're covering watch-alongs on each other's channel. I'm sure Anthony will be popping up on one or two somewhere.
I'll pop on.
I did send you a message about Sunday. I don't know if you got it at all.
Do you know what? I've got it, but I kept saying to my missus, "What are we doing Sunday? Are we doing anything Sunday?" And she was umming and ahhing. So, as far as I know, just pencil me in. But any problems, I'll message you. Like it's the day before, okay, Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt if there will be, but I just.
Yeah. Do you know what? I look at Ant and I think he's a builder. Look at the muscles on him. And yet, when it comes to the misses, it's... And Doug, I mean, I presumed you were going to be with Rebecca. I think you mentioned that because it was a Sunday and it's the weekend and what have you. I mean, she's got to be the earliest football widow going. I mean, how long you've been married and you've already like football's back coming first. But well done. We are back tomorrow, Doug.
Yes, we are.
With the World Cup shit shirt show. And I have spent honestly so many hours getting all the graphics right that you know it's going to go wrong. But that is tomorrow at 9. And then he's back again, Anthony, at 9 o'clock on Friday for the World Cup quiz, Home Nations edition. Now, can I just say, please, people have sympathy for me. Trying to find enough questions about Scotland in the World Cup. It was really, really hard. It was hard with Northern Ireland, I'm not going to lie, but Scotland was equally as hard. But we won't. You'll be fed up of me by the end of the week. Anthony, you help out a lot of us. You're on Brad's channel tomorrow doing the top 10 midfielders. Is it you up to now?
Strikers now. We've done goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders. We're on strikers now.
If you do not put Adi Akinbaye in your top 10 Premier League strikers, I will be having words.
Well,
I want to know how Junior Lewis didn't make it into the top 10 midfielders. But you're winning that. I believe you're beating Dan on that, aren't you?
It's slightly, yeah. I beat him on the defenders. He won the last one, so it's 1-1. But we got these other points, and I'm leading by 1 on the. You'll have to watch the stream because it
sounds more complicated than home and away
than what it is. But it's me against Dan, and it's the best strikers. But Doug, what can I say? Being an Arsenal fan and the strikers that Arsenal have had and produced, what can I say? I've got no I'm not exactly going to pick Burnley strikers, aren't I? I mean, to be honest with you, is we do get an honourable mention of a player who we respect in our club.
Players, can you?
Yeah, we can't pick our own players. But I don't know. I think Dan's gone for a striker that played for Burnley as an honourable mention. I've never heard of him, but then again, it is Burnley. I believe it's a guy called Ted Titmarsh. I've never heard of him.
Who?
So Ted Titmarsh. I've never heard of him.
In relation to Alan Titmarsh.
I'm going to say, I think that might be a joke.
But he sounds like a right tit.
Yeah.
Hey.
I know you put that in for a joke, so you're hoping to get a few titters.
Hey.
But you boobed, I'm afraid.
I know.
So, thank you very much. You can get Alan Smith in because you can put him in as a Leicester striker, even though he played for Arsenal.
I can because Smudgy, you know Smudgy. He's played for the Arsenal. I can't have him in there.
Do you know what? I'm glad you won, Doug. That's all I can say. Now, Anthony, bad luck, mate. Thanks very much for taking part. And
that's what I enjoyed it. But well done, Doug. By the way, I thought he was going to beat me by a lot more. In all fairness, and but
looking at some of those answers at the start, Anthony, so did I.
Yeah.
I will see you Sunday, sir. Take care.
I'll see you Sunday, Chris. Take care.
Thanks so much. All the best.
Bye, Doug.
Cheers, buddy.
Doug, I will see you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock when we do the shit shirt show.
You certainly will. I'm really looking forward to that. We always love doing these shirt shows, don't we?
We've done them already. We've done it already, of course, but I have changed my mind on a few.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you have started to love the Mexico away. Yeah, come on, admit it. And of course,
don't think so.
Last night we kicked it all off with the World Cup prediction, Brad's version, because you actually, following your predictions, ended up with Argentina winning it.
Yeah.
I'd actually ended up with Brazil winning it, and Brad. Well, it was not quite North Macedonia, but he picked Belgium.
Belgium.
Yes.
Oh dear.
And can I just say, there's no need for that, Terry. There's no need for that at all. And I don't know who you're referring to. This is genuine South Africa. That's all I'm saying. Doug, thank you so much. Give a shout out to your channels.
Yeah, it's the Doug Football channel on YouTube. I'm on Twitter, enrod_992, and I'm also on Instagram at Douglas.horn.
Brilliant, mate. Links in them below for everybody in the chat. Take care. I will see you tomorrow at 9. Well done. And we're going to have a live draw, when we've got next week's quiz done, and we've got the final contestants for the quarterfinals. We're going to do a live draw. So you will see who you get.
Absolutely. I'll see you tomorrow.
Care,
cheers.
All the best.
Take
Cheers.
care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
9 o'clock tomorrow, and I've got to just end up, and I haven't heard anything yet. Let me just have a look. No. Good luck to Jake from West Ham United. He is up at the Bloggers Awards in Manchester. He was nominated, I think, for the Young Blogger or Young Site or whatever YouTube channel. So good luck to him. Be nice for West Ham to win something if he does. It's been a while. Hey, look. Let me show you what we've got coming up for the rest of the week. He says he's got it somewhere. Here it is. So tomorrow, 9 o'clock, it's the World Cup Shit Shirt Show. Friday at 9 o'clock, it's the World Cup Home Nations Quiz. England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland all playing each other in a quiz. And Sunday, watch along. Hopefully Anthony's going to be able to join me for that. The excitement of Qatar, Ecuador. 3 o'clock. We'll be looking at the end of the opening ceremony because they go on for hours, and then the match itself. So I am going to pop off. I'm going to say goodbye from me and Mini-Me, suitably attired there, as you can see, for Qatar. And I will see you all tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Thanks to Anthony. Thanks to Doug for taking part. Really enjoyed the show. And thank you to everybody who's been watching and listening. Take care now. Good night.
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
This week's episode has come to an end. But the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
Some people are on the pitch, they think it's all over.